Alright, welcome to High Cliff State Park. It's got a marina, not just a boat launch, but a full marina here. We are on the northeast edge of Lake Winnebago here. It's got a rock jetty protecting the marina and wonderful beach shore picnic areas. There's a vast park along the water to sunbathe and picnic on a hillside. And there's the lake. And this is the kind of the beach where the water slowly walks out. You got a long ways before it gets deep. You got kids 100 yards out, they're still only knee deep over there. There are people swimming off the breakwater because that's where it actually gets deep enough to actually swim. Got a changing rooms here, separate men and women of course. Plenty of room down there for everybody. More room out here to hang out and picnic. Another shelter over there. Shelter way over beyond that as well. Big area to bring the family to hang out and go get your feet wet. If you continue off from the beachfront area of the park, in that recreation area on the road, there is a parking area. That parking area is for trailhead, for Lime Kiln Trail. It is not at the beach. The water's down there a little bit, so it's kind of elevated up. The reason it's Lime Kiln is because there used to be a lime kiln right here on the site. Along the trail there are several kind of old building ruins, and right at the trailhead you can also head down through whatever mess they left behind when this was a kiln. So while Lime Kiln Trail isn't the most difficult, it's not at the top of the hill, it's not at the bottom along the water, it's sort of in between. It is a very wooded trail. Part of it, when you start out, looks very simple, but once you get past those barriers, that whatever ruins those are, and you can go explore up and down around those as well. Once you get past that, you're in a deep wooded trail. Definitely bring your bug spray, and it is not flat. Leaving the waterfront area, you climb the hill up the cliff. After you climb that hill, you hit a trail split. Campgrounds to my right, horse bike trail to my right, Indian mound trail to my right, and there is an upper shelter and pavilion, observation tower, and Forest Management Redbirds Trail to my left. Let's hit the campgrounds. Just entering the family campground now. Got a horse bike trail off to my left. Just came off a prairie section, now getting into a deep woods with trail crossings all over the place. These are some old growth trees. We are deep up here in the trees. I'm already feeling some campsites on my right. As I enter, I have the shower building right on my left. And I'm going to start with sites 1 through 52. Start out right away with one on my right. Someone's in there. You can kind of hint at site 2 here with the sun dappling through. While we have really tall trees, the undergrowth is pretty thin, which is actually kind of nice, but it does create the ability to see your neighbors. 3 on my right, 4 just after that, and you can see the light beaming in there. 25 on my left. 6 and 7 shared site on my right. 8 and 9 are another shared site on my right. These are not big sites. These are all fairly small, non-electric. You can squeeze a trailer in here, but not much. I got 11 on my left here. It's got some size to it. Over here in 12, we got a small travel trailer. 13 is quite small on my left. 16 on my left. 14 and 15 on my right are again a shared. It's kind of interesting that they actually give you 2 fire rings right next to each other, so I'm not quite sure what the purpose of that is. My fire, you can't use my fire. That seems a little odd. A little overflow parking on my right. 17 on my left. You can see through to your neighbors here, but it is pretty wooded. 19 on my right, 18 on my left. Definitely wooded sites. We got a stone wall behind there, so this area was something at one other time. Maybe someone tried to farm up in this area. 20 and 21. I got a shared site here on my right for 22, 23 with some overflow parking right across from it. You can see how the sun is dappling through here very, very nicely. 24 and 25, another shared site. And I think I need to do a quick stop here. Let's see if I find another overflow parking. I'll stop. 38, we did a little jump here. Is on my right. Okay. Just where I just pulled off here. This is 24, 25, shared site. We got our 2 fire pits, 2 picnic tables, so there's my side, your side here. What's kind of neat here is I get to the back of the site, and you will have others walking by, hopefully not through. There is a little trail on the side. You go out the back of the site, and we have a hiking trail up here. This hiking trail is right on the cliff. So these sites and that previous shared site and a couple more beyond are all right on the edge of the cliffs. Just off those campsites, we've got a trail heading down, some stairs as well to explore. All right, 38 here on my right is one of those that backs right up to the trail, as well as 39, and then we kind of start looping back around. There is an official trailhead here for Redbird Trail to get you through without going through someone's campsite, and 40 is next to that one. 41 on my left backs up to a pit and toilet. 42 on my right. They're just getting set up right now. So we're still on the outer edge here, but now these are starting to back up to another ring. 44 and 43 on my right. Pretty big, drops down in there. 45 on my left, not too big. Right on my right is just an overflow parking. There's quite a bit of that at this campground because the sites are pretty small. There's room if you have 2 cars coming up. You're going to need to park outside your campsite. 46 and 47. 49 and 48 here. Got a water source, more overflow parking. Okay, so this must be 50, I think, is a good, apparently good site for a hammock. They got a double hammock hanging there. 51 on my right, 52 on my left. And we're back at the entrance loop here. I think I need to go check one other thing out. Alright, I'm coming back around to where we meet up with the trail. So 20 has a stone wall behind it, but it's close to the trail, as well as 21, 22, and 23, the shared site, are backed up to that trail. And I'm going to be making a left now down the middle of this loop. So 26 through 37 down this way. Restrooms there. I've got 26 on my left, which is a handicap spot. 27 on my right. 28 on my left. 29 on my right. Get a sense of what this is like, maybe. $30 on my left. This one does not have a label, it's tiny. Huh. 31 on my left. That was kind of weird, that was a non-site. 32 on my right. 33 on my left. 34 on my right. Get this crazy dappling through here. 35 on my left. 36 on my right. We actually have some fair-sized trailers in these. There is no electric, so you have to be self-sufficient. And we are 37 on my left, and that is the end of the loop going back out. That was the first sites, 1 through 52. Now we're going to go over to 52 through 112. And starting right away with 53, we have a Class A snugged in there, and it is electric. We're in the electric section now. 54 on my left, electric. It's not huge. Not a lot of room there. 55 on my right. 56, we got a pop-up with a little extra room. 57 on my right. I got a camp host on my left with a fair-sized fifth wheel. Another fair-size travel trailer there. This one's kind of exposed. Got some sun coming in midday at site 60. Now these seem to have a little more cover between the sites. 61 on my right. We are no longer electric. 62 on my left. Goes back quite a ways. 63 on my right. 64 on my left. Alright, let you look at 64 here. Kind of gets back there quite a ways. Alright, we got 65 on my right. 66 on my left. It's pretty big. That goes back quite a bit. Lots of room there. 67 is up the hill. Not very big. 68 on my right. 69 on my left. 70 on my right. And I believe we might be backed up to the trail again along this stretch. That was 70. Now we're going to make a split here. I'm going to keep going straight. 60, which jumps me to 87. Yep, there's the entrance to Redbird Trail there. So the trail is right behind this stretch again. 88. 89 on my left. 90 on my right, backed up to the trail. Now we hit a corner here. This is a nice deep site that they have there at 91. And we start working our way away from the trail now. Now this is the first overflow parking I've hit in this section. It's 92. 93 on my left here. Goes back quite a bit into the woods. 94 on my right. Got some hammock trees over there. 95 on my left, 96 on my right. I kind of sense that the woods kind of end just behind these sites because it looks much brighter through those trees. A 97 on my left, 98 on my right here. I've got vault toilets over here. 99, 100. Oh, we are now back into the electrics. These are electric sites again. 101, 102 on my left. They're not huge. 103 is pretty big. You can hold a bigger piece of equipment there. 104, they've got a mid-sized trailer and a nice tent, nice place for the hammock back there. Up a hill, it's a little climb here. Before 106 and 105, again electric. 107 is right after that, and 108 on my left. That's 108, it is electric. 112 is a massive pull through. That just keeps going. I got someone behind me now. 109 on my right. Let's see if I can get out of the way here at this shared site. 110 and 111 are a shared site. And there's a cabin here, accessible cabin, tucked over here between those sites. And that brings me back around to the shower building. And 86 is an electric site right across from the shower building. Then I'm gonna have to go back through to get that center section. I'm gonna turn left now and go down the middle. I got an overflow parking right away. Actually, the last site on my left was a big pull through. 72 on my right. Let's see, 73 on my left here, across from a vault toilet. I've got my next 74 is electric on my left. 75 on my right, which seems to have a trail running next to it. On my right, not electric. This little one with a rental RV in it is 76, which is electric. Yep, we're in electric now. 77 on my right, it's got a fair-sized trailer. 78 on my left, squeeze something in there. 79 on my right, there's quite a bit of room there for something. And even off on the side. Got a pop-up on my left, plenty of extra room. Big bumper pull on my right. 82 is pretty deep, but not level. It goes back quite a ways, but it's not completely level. Got a vault toilet on my left. Pretty deep one at 83, not electric, but it is uphill, so it's just a good place to put your tent at the top of the hill. 84 on my left is electric. Got a camper van on my right, or at least a van, at 85. And that again is on a hill. And that is the whole loop, and there's that cabin hiding back there. So that is the campground tour. Let's go see what else this park has to offer. Now this is shot just moments after I got out of the campground. You see how much brighter it is out here. We've got prairie off to my right here, bright sunny. Those woods in that campground are really thick. Near the campground, we have parking for trailers for the horse trails. So they are horse and bike trails in this park. All along the bluff trail here, there are, let's see if I can show you down here. You can kind of see, I got the cliff edges here. There are all sorts of little interesting places that you can get off the trail and explore down through and around. I mean, these are everywhere on the trail. You can just sort of hop off and explore as much as you want. And there are kids wandering amongst all of that, making plenty of the parents nervous. Way, I can go that way, or I can go down there. Anyways, to explore. Climb along this cliff. At the top of the cliff, along the bluff, near the family campground, is in the Indian Mound Trail. And that's what I'm exploring this afternoon. Here is a panther mound. So I got a little conical mound here, a little conical mound over there, and what they're calling a panther mound that starts up here, runs all the way along, all the way down through the clearing down there. Oh, and there's another linear mound behind me here too. So coming off that panther mound that I just showed you, which is over there, the 90-degree angle off the tip of that is another one that comes through here. And right across the trail here, we have a third panther mound going off down there. And you can kind of see I have the head here, a leg, and a leg, and that is one long tail. Let's see if you can see it here too. I'm at the head. I've got a leg, another leg, and then it goes off down that way. And one more over here, the tail at the sign, going out, a leg, and the head's off over there. If you're out here in this park, High Cliff State Park, make sure you actually note where the Indian Mound Trail is and get off on it. It is off of the cliff edge trail. And it's worth taking a look at. There are, I believe, 4 panthers, a couple conicals, and a linear mound, all clustered in here. And if you get off the trail even a little more, you're going to find this. So just like I recommend, getting off the interstate once in a while, taking the back roads. You might want to do that once in a while in some of these state parks. In this case, the interstate is the trail along the cliffs. Back road is the Indian Mound Trail. Came off the parking lot. It just seemed kind of weird that I felt like the parking lot was on another parking lot. But it's really on this solid hunk of stone that is at the top of the cliffs. It's got a textured surface. I'm not quite sure if this was quarried down to this point, but this is solid. After you get off that surface, you come to the edge. There's the lake out there. So I'm now the upper picnic area, or upper shelter area, where the viewpoint is. And in typical 2020 fashion, there is a tower down there that is closed, but you can still get a good view here without that tower. There are plenty of places along Redbird Trail, along the edge of this cliff, to get a good view out over the lake. Why Redbird Trail? Well, Chief of the Winnebagos, Chief Redbird. Can I get them all in there? That's why it's Redbird Trail. And they have a beautiful statue here of him. Wrap up this video of High Cliff State Park here at the bluff, or at the cliff overlooking Lake Winnebago, with Chief Redbird watching over me here. If you like this video and you find it useful, please give it a thumbs up. If you find what I'm doing in general interesting, useful, helpful to you, please subscribe to the channel. You'll see more interesting places, more campground tours, more state parks, and I do have a big trip coming up in a couple weeks outside the state, so I'm actually going to venture out. But remember, in the meantime, come on in, come on out, show off your selfie skills, because Wisconsin looks better with you. Get on out there.